In this video, we're going to break down your front side board side to figure out how you can start locking these in and making it to the end of any rail. So right now, there's a lot to like about your form. You're getting good rotation. I really like your front board positioning. Your upper body and lower body all look really good. The only changes you need to make are super minor, but for some of the most important changes to make. So it's pretty exciting for you because you've done a lot of the hard work for a front board. Now I get to come in, give you the advice that will make it easy, and you'll be like, oh, Tavis is a man. So I'm excited for that. First thing that's going to change your life is right here on the in run. See how you're going from a tall position to a squatted position to a tall position? This is way too much up and down motion. When I'm coming to a front board, I go and just hold the position I want to be in for the rail the whole way up the takeoff and the in run. So pay attention to my legs here. I'm going and holding the solid same amount of bend through the full transition of the feature, and that's going to keep me with this constant edge pressure, will help me keep my weight set forward, getting me over the rail. Minimizing any extra extension, bending, anything you don't need to be doing, remove it because it will make the motion more complex. And maintaining this solid form will let me keep my upper body over the rail more. What brings us into your next issue, and that is that you're popping up and your weight isn't set over the feature. Right now, as you're popping, you're actually setting your weight over to the left of the feature, and that's why when you get on the rail, you're angled and your weight isn't set over top of it. So we can see that with a straight body here, you would need your upper body hinged a little more forward, and that's going to put that weight over on that front foot. If we look at my front board here, you can see that my chest is set fully over the rail as I'm taking off. This makes it so I only need to rotate my hips and I naturally have my upper body over top of my front foot. This is how you go and get the front board super easy and consistent. It's preemptively going and setting your weight over the feature, so that way you only need to counter rotate and you get onto a rail. This minimal effort of getting into the front board has a few major benefits. First of all, less motions, less complexity. Second, it gets you onto the rail with as little extra airtime and travel as possible. The more you try to travel across to the feature, the more you go up, the more impact you have, and the more it's going to be difficult to lock into the feature. Here, you're hitting the feature very much on the side, very much angled, and you're coming in and landing, honestly, not with too much pop. But that really brings into the question, why are you going and doing so much bend and extension in your legs if you're not trying to pop higher? Something to think about. So what I would recommend is a couple things. First, remove this leg bend. You don't need it. Try to hold like this position right here would be a better position for your front board. Your chest is forward, your pressure is over your knees. From here, if you shift into a front board with the right angle into the rail, I'm pretty sure it'd work for you. And the next thing that you want to go and change is this back leg positioning. You're letting your knee come in and cave towards your front knee a little bit, and this is just not going to be as strong of a position. When you're doing the front board, you want to be pushing that back leg out, trying to go and extend it behind you. You can't do this if the knee's coming in. If the knee's coming in, it's going to limit your range of motion. So by maintaining this knee, pulling it out a little bit, that'll let you go and push on that back foot, helping you go and get the front board restively around. Upper body rotation, good. Arm positioning here, really good. Head positioning, good. Upper body angle, also really good if you are fully set over the rail. And that brings us into the last thing that might help you set over the rail a little bit more, and that's just waiting to do this little bit of pop. See how you're going and leaving off the lip just slightly early, and you're going and preemptively spinning your board? That's just making it so you're not holding that edge line that's not going and putting you towards a feature quite as effectively. So we want to keep this edge line a little bit cleaner, a little bit more bend of the legs here, and our weight set a little bit more over the rail. That way, when you pop up, you can go, keep this back leg, knee out, push that back foot, and rotate with your upper body set right over top of that front leg. What I'd recommend practicing at home is practice doing your front boards, really setting them over that back leg. Good body positioning being set over the front leg. Your body positioning is good for being over the board right now, but how you're doing the front board is over the front foot. So we need to shift that, lean it, and make sure that your weight is set over that front foot so you can go and lock into the rail and stay locked in into the end. But it's looking really good. Make these little changes, and I really think it's going to be an absolute game changer for you. Let me know if you need any more advice, and enjoy.